Political Science, First Edition, Political Theory and Philosophy, written by C. Amajioyi, narrated by Josh Lebron. Copyright 2016 by C. Amajioyi. Production copyright 2016 by C. Amajioyi. Published by Ex Libris. Introduction. Modern political thought is the study of questions concerning justice, politics, power, rights, rule of law, and other issues pertaining to modern governance. In this book, I will focus on American politics and modern political theory. Political power is a right to make laws regulating property and defense, and to enforce those laws for the common good. Laws are a manufactured truth composed by society to prevent harm to others, especially the weak. In some underdeveloped countries formerly known as the Third World countries, politicians will do the unthinkable simply to acquire power. Power is everything to a politician. A president is the most powerful and the most protected man in the country. I am talking about military power, not human strength. Political theory is the inquiry into the nature of political reality and the systematic formulation of ideas about how to best govern it. Governments should protect the rights of the citizens and their properties by enforcing the rule of law in the state. Being a candidate for a political post or an elected official is one way of acquiring power. Power can be costly and also can be affordable, depending on how good one manages his or her campaign team. Let us consider the calculus of running for an election for a political office and managing a campaign team. Campaign management. Probability of victory times benefit of holding office minus cost. If probability of victory times benefit of holding office is greater than cost, suspend your campaign. If probability of victory times benefit of holding office is less than cost, continue on. Incumbency, name recognition, gerrymandering, and access to money, not personal money, influence victory. Advertising, credit claiming, and position-taking are three major activities that can also influence victory. Majority or minority influences the benefits. Being knowledgeable of the right time to decide when to run for an election and time invested into campaign trips influence the cost. For those students who are pursuing politics as a career, I will list out the levels and structure of careers in American government from top to bottom. Careers in American politics. President, Governor, Senator, U.S. House of Representatives, State Legislator, Mayor, City Council, School Board. Chapter 1. Reconstruction after Civil War. Reconstruction after a civil war is the process of restructuring the political, legal, and economic system of a state after a civil war. On this topic, I will discuss freedom fighting, role of veto players, war duration, and strategy to end civil wars. A freedom fighter is a person who is part of an organized group fighting against a cruel and unfair government or system. It is also a person who takes part in a violent struggle to achieve a political goal, especially in order to overthrow a government. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, is a freedom fighter. Biafra was a secessionist state in southeastern Nigeria that existed from 1967 to 1970. If an external force intervenes to give Biafrans political self-determination, then Biafra will fail to be truly free, since it is during the struggle to become free by their own effort that the political virtues necessary for maintaining freedom have the best chance of arising. In this chapter, I will discuss what explains a wide variation in the duration of civil wars, and why some civil wars are resolved quickly, while others drag on for decades without resolution. These issues are important in understanding what causes combatants to fight, and what causes them to cooperate, in order to understand the duration of these conflicts. The first thing to be aware of is that the cost of war is directly related to its duration. The longer the duration of war, the more expensive the cost will be. The greater the number of actors involved in the fighting, the longer the conflict will be.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?